In this video, I'll be explaining to you 3 ways on how to text your crush so you can entice her and get her to want to chase you and to want to date you. The thing is, when you're first texting your crush, you have to keep in mind that girls, especially cute girls, get literally hundreds of messages every day from guys on Tinder, Bumble, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, all these different social media outlets. With that in mind, if you want to win this cute girl over in your texting game over all of this competition through all of these other media outlets, you have to start out your text message with a bold claim. The thing is, if you make a bold claim and immediately send that, and you manage to make that bold statement something funny, something to make her laugh, the thing is you'll immediately have her attention over those hundreds of guys messaging you. Whenever you message a girl first, saying things like, let's get married, right? Or you can call your mom now and tell her your crush finally sent you a text, are bold claims and they're funny. They'll make her laugh and they're much more interesting. Doing this is much more different and unique than the other hundreds of guys hitting on her and all of these social media outlets. The thing is, I actually don't recommend any of the men I give dating advice to ever compliment a girl. Girls get so many compliments every day through dating apps. Even in person, whenever a guy walks up and just approaches, he just immediately hits her with a compliment. I think compliments are too dead and too numerous, and to a woman, they're just too dead, too overused, and a woman doesn't feel like you truly like her for who she is. Whenever a woman gets a compliment just on her beauty, natural, whatever it is she has, most of the time a woman will feel like you're just hitting on her just so you can sleep with her. She'll get that feeling. She'll get that creepy feeling from you, and I don't think that's the way to your crush. You want to start the love story between you and your crush in the right way, and you want to send her that right text, right? This is why I don't recommend any of the men I give dating advice to ever compliment a woman starting out. If you're in a relationship, then it can definitely help the relationship, can definitely boost her self-confidence and give, you know what I mean, a lot of good value to the relationship. But at least starting out and early on, and when you're trying to hunt and go and date these girls, don't go to that. Don't be another one of the hundreds of men out there texting her about how beautiful she is, how good she looks in her makeup, and all of her physical things, right? Don't be another one lost in the crowd. I promise you there's nothing interesting about that, nothing to grab her attention. All it's gonna result in is a loss of your energy. Now, the second tip when you're texting your crush is you need to magnify something, right? And what I mean by this is you need to make sure that if you're gonna date this girl, especially a cute girl, you need to make sure you're not afraid to press her buttons. And she needs to know that too. She needs to know that you're not afraid to press her buttons either, but in a good way, in a teasing way. The best way to tease her and to press her buttons is by magnifying something she does. What I mean by this is, for example, you guys are texting, she's about to go to the gym, she sends you her pre-workout and starts texting about how healthy it is, right? Let's say it's a bowl, and then she has a giant cup of coffee from Dutch or Starbucks or whatever, right? You can magnify that situation by saying, wow, that looks like a super healthy meal, except for that giant coffee you have in the corner of that picture. I didn't know coffee filled with lots of sugar could be so healthy. The more you know. A little sarcastic, right? You're magnifying the situation as something bigger. You're teasing her about it. You're pressing her buttons. That's a good example. Show her you can push her buttons a little bit and show her you can tease her and you're not a pushover. This is a very good and healthy way and funny way to do it to her. Now, this final tip I'm going to give you is very important. It deals with you and her making plans. Whenever you're texting your crush and you're about to make plans with her, make sure you make it at least 1 or 2 conversations in. If you make it too early, she's gonna feel like you're a creep and you're just trying to pressure something on, like just trying to have sex really quickly or do something else like kidnap her. She's gonna get a creepy vibe from you. So don't do that. Make sure you have at least 1 or 2 conversations established. And when you do actually make the plans, make sure you make it that same day or you make it a day after. This is very critical because the thing is, if you make plans too far in advance, she's gonna be much more likely to cancel on you. Your crush might have felt good when you were texting her on Monday, right? When she had that emotional high from you teasing her, you enticing her, you pushing her buttons a little bit and making bold claims. But let's say you made plans in advance for Friday. By the time Friday comes around, she's not gonna have that same emotional high she had on Monday. And by the time that day comes, she's gonna be much more likely to cancel on you. Make the plans as close as you can to when you were texting her. These are 3 amazing ways to text your crush and to just finally get after her, entice her, and to romanticize her a little bit. So go ahead and use these methods, go ahead and get your crush and go on dates with her, and finally have her as your girlfriend. Go ahead and leave a like on this video, go ahead and comment down below what you think of this topic, and if you've been texting your crush and what has been working or what hasn't been working. I'll go ahead and comment down below, reply back, and I'll give you advice on what you should do as well. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe so you can see more dating content like this too. Be safe.